ACR News Bulletin. I'm Augustine Sar reporting. In the headlines, President George Weah expresses optimism in the incoming government to provide essential support to the armed forces of Liberia. Liberia's President-elect Joseph Boakai outlines his commitment to tackling corruption in his administration. Members of the House of Representatives voted unanimously to recall the Telecommunication International Alliance investment contract. And off the home front, Angola has announced it is leaving the oil producers organization OPEC over a dispute on Apple's quota. Those were the top stories. Now the news in detail. President George Weah has expressed optimism that the incoming government will provide instructional support to the armed forces of Liberia, enabling them to fulfill their statutory obligations and uphold international peacekeeping commitments. Commending the soldiers of the AFL for their contributions to global peace, President Weah encouraged them to apply the skills acquired during their mission in Mali. The president made a statement Thursday in Monrovia during the official end of mission ceremony for AFL soldiers who returned from peacekeeping duties in Mali. At the event, Christian Umutuni, United Nations resident coordinator in Liberia, praised Liberia as a shining example of the positive impact of UN peacekeeping missions globally. She extended gratitude to the Liberian government and its people for the service of the armed forces of Liberia in various troubled regions around the world. The ceremony was attended by members of the diplomatic corps, cabinet officials, and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, among others. Liberia's president-elect Joseph Boakai has aligned his commitment to tackling corruption in his administration. Boakai emphasized that transparency will be a hallmark of his administration, starting with him and his cabinet openly disclosing their assets. Boakai stressed that every government official must be prepared to serve the public diligently or find alternatives. He acknowledged the rampant nature of corruption in Liberia, extending beyond government officials. According to Boakai, their mission is a rescue operation to revive what remains of the country from the grasp of corruption. Members of the House of Representatives have voted unanimously to recall the Telecommunication International Alliance investment contract. The contract previously passed by the 54th legislature faced scrutiny upon the notice of an alteration, specifically an addendum to the amended and restated agreement. The addendum pertained to the provision of equipment and training for the monitoring of voice, data, mobile money traffic, and the management of fraud between Telecom International Alliance Incorporated and the Liberia Telecommunications Authority. After thorough consideration and in-depth examination of the circumstances, the House endorsed the Committee on Post and Telecommunications report, leading to the unanimous decision to recall the contract. The plenary of the House of Representatives has meanwhile provided recommendations in light of its decision. They recommended that reinstatement of omitted portion, disclosing that it is due to the careful review on the laws and facts, and resolve that the omitted portion of the agreement as passed by the 54th legislature on October 27, 2022, be included. The portion stated that the agreement shall be reviewed after every 5 years, subject to the terms and conditions of the agreement. The committee report further that an extended period in the contractual agreement of 20 years will allow TIA to recoup its investment and be less costly for the LTE in trying to develop monitoring solutions. The decision to recall the contract was followed by a communication from Representative Isaac Rowland of District 3, Maryland County. Independent Representative candidate Bishop Nibland Doyen has taken flight to the Supreme Court after losing his election dispute at the National Elections Commission. The Monserrado County District 2 representative candidate alleged fraud in the October 10 election in the district and filed a complaint to the NEC requesting a recount across the district. Bishop Doyen, in his complaint, claimed that he won the election based on the tally sheets in his possession, but the Elections Commission declared Unity Party candidate Sekou Kone as the winner. But on Wednesday, December 20, the Board of Commissioners upheld the previous ruling by the hearing officer, stating that the complainant did not provide sufficient evidence to warrant a recount in the district. Meanwhile, in an official Facebook post, Bishop Nimland Duyan said his lawyers have submitted their appeal documents to the Supreme Court to make the final decision on the matter. He maintained that there must be recount in District 2, Monserrado County, to clear the doubt of the voters about who actually won the election. At the same time, Bishop Doyen said he believes that the time has come for Liberia to establish an institution that will investigate election disputes. He said it is a total waste of time, money, and energy for candidates who are questioning an act of the National Elections Commission to ask and look up to the very commission that has urged to investigate itself and reverse its previous decisions. Employees of the Liberia Revenue Authority, led by the Management Information System Division, have paid tribute to and honored two eminent figures within the tax authority for their exceptional contributions and high quality leadership. Deputy Commissioner General for Technical Affairs, Acting Commissioner General Gabriel Montgomery, and Deputy Commissioner General for Administrative Affairs, Samuel Bennett, received a surprise accolade during the authority's year-end general staff meeting recognizing their impactful leadership. The event, held at the LRA headquarters in Pinzo recently, witnessed Assistant Commissioner of the MIS Division, Koli Zeze, expressing gratitude to the two senior officials for their instrumental roles in enhancing the division's efficiency and professional advancement of long-serving staff members. Acknowledging the dedication and commitment exhibited by ADMISD staff who were promoted to various levels based on their outstanding performances. This is highlighted the collective efforts in driving revenue growth through the implementation of digitalization strategies. In a press release, Colley said, since assuming their roles as Deputy Commissioner Generals in December 2022, Montgomery and Bennett, along with the executive management team, have consistently endeavored to revolutionize the LRA across the spheres. The honoring and recognition of the two Deputy Commissioner Generals by the MISD teams coincided the LRA quarterly staff meeting and was accompanied by the elevation of 25 employees to higher job level positions within the organization, according to the release. This newscast is brought to you from the radio service of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. We broadcast to you from Dupont Road, outside of the nation's capital, Monrovia. In judicial news, trial jurors at Criminal Court 8 Thursday handed down a guilty verdict against ex-Chief Justice Global Moses Scout and three others for murder. One of 12-men jury, according to RCI judicial correspondent, had a single not guilty vote, while 11 were convinced with a guilty verdict. However, defense lawyers took an exception to majority verdict with an anticipation to file a motion for new trial ahead of the court final judgment within 5 days. The final arguments were witnessed by some prominent persons, including former Chief Justice, Maryland County Caucus, family members, and some women groupings. Defendants Global Moses Scout, Rebecca Wishner, Gertrude Nitton, and Alice Johnson were found guilty for murdering Charlotte Musu at their Brewerville residence on February 22, 2023. Our judicial correspondent furthered that the defendants will remain incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison until the Supreme Court can dispose of the matter. And in foreign development, Angola has announced it is leaving the oil producers organization OPEC over a dispute on output quotas. It follows last month's decision by 13-member cartel and 10 allied nations to further slash oil production in 2024 to prop up volatile global prices. Angola currently produces about 1.1 million barrels per day of the 30 million from the whole of OPEC. Oil prices fell on the news with Brent prices down over 1 to 78.5 a barrel by 12:50 GMT, Reuters reports. Angola's decision to withdraw from OPEC came at Thursday's cabinet meeting. RCI News Bulletin in detail to end the recap of the top stories. President George Weah expresses optimism that the incoming government will provide essential support to the armed forces of Liberia. Liberia President-elect Joseph Boakai announced his commitment to tackling corruption in his administration. Members of the House of Representatives voted unanimously to recall the Telecommunication International Alliance investment contract. And of the home front, Angola has announced it is leaving the oil producers organization OPEC over a dispute on output quota. That's RCI News Bulletin at 7. I'm Augustine Sir. Good evening.
Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.